The clashes had spilled on the streets, and the cops were doing all to bring the situation under control. It was a time for tough talk and confront the reality. And the Chief Minister of the state did just that, ordering a crackdown on foreigners living illegally in the state. But the call did not go down too well with the Nigerian government.
We will not accept the fact that a Nigerian should be treated like an animal, murdered in cold blood, and 5 days after the incident, nobody has been held accountable. This is very troubling, and we are concerned by that notion.
What about the fact that many of your citizens are being pushed out of their houses?
Yes, we're already taking note of that, and we've advised and informed our government accordingly that Nigerians in Goa are being thrown out of their houses, rented apartments, and that even the local authorities has threatened further that anybody who gives them their houses will be punished.
Instead of tackling the menace, Nigeria threatened to throw out Indians in its country.
Clearly, the drug trade is live and thriving. In fact, it is extremely simple to acquire the banned substance just by paying few thousand rupees. The drug lords of the region have absolutely no fear of the law. And this open market, some justify as a crackdown on the illegal residents.
It was now a full-blown diplomatic tussle.
Are more concerned about throwing out their citizens in Nigeria than by the gruesome murder of innocent Nigerians since Thursday, the 30th of November, for which no arrest has been made up to today I'm talking to you. Nigerians feel insulted by this reference because the impression you are giving here is that this man, dead young man, the death of this guy is less important than the security of young nationals in Nigeria. So I don't know what that means.
But the Goa government felt the action was justified. They were simply following the law.
So there is one issue where a murder has taken place. Okay. And Nigerians need not be worried that we will ensure that justice is done in that case. Okay. The second issue is some of them attacking police hearse van on a national highway and blocking the national highway and committing some illegal activities on the national highway, for which we have booked up the case. Okay. There is attempted attack on the police officer also in that. So 307, mob, all those cases are booked. The third issue which cropped up because of this incident is regarding many foreigners staying illegally in the state. Okay. Being a touristic state, many of them come here and stay illegally beyond the visa period. Some don't have proper documentation. So I have issued instruction to the police that they should check, verify the documents. And those who have got legal document can very well stay, no problem. But those who have got illegal, who are staying illegally, and I am making this underline, and it is only not for Nigerian alone, it is for any foreigner. If he is staying illegally in the state without proper documentation, he will be deported.
But to Nigeria, the picture was completely different. For them, the crackdown was unwarranted, and they were willing to go to any length to stop it.
We are students, and then an African student in India, and we, as in the body, if anything go wrong with between African and India, is going to affect us. What I will just say, as in the body of the association, in a response to the body of the association, I will only plead the government of India and the government of Nigeria to come in round table and arrest the situation, because we the students are going to suffer, and which I don't think is a good thing for students and youth to being traumatized in terms of this issue.
For Nigeria, it was a cold-blooded murder of one of its own, and they wanted answers. But for Goa, it was a rot they had been struggling to stem for decades.
The Nairobians today is a boisterous community that come with demanding rights here. None of our people can catch them.
In terms of drugs?
In terms of drugs, in terms of I have put special security to stop these people because they come, they intimate, they sell drugs. Let me tell you, it is time that the state of Goa, the police, stop these anti-social elements.
It was a tightrope walk for the centre, and they were trying to appease both sides. Rival gangs battling it out for territories in an open defiance of the law enforcing authorities. At least 5 gangs of drug dealers and peddlers literally fighting for a slice of the pie in the Anjana, Vagator, Chapora, Siaolim, Morjim belt. And it was this unabashed turf war that claimed the life of a Nigerian. But the violence was just a part of this glaring reality. The blatant drug trade is a larger trouble for the state and its people. And the Nigerian gangs are not the only ones. The Russian and the Israeli cartels have been flourishing too, some even managing to disguise their drug trade through real estate. Clearly, it's not all paradise in Goa. It's not all sunshine and splendor. There is a lot that Goa has to offer, and the dark underbelly is a thriving part of it. There may be questions over the method to clean up the state, but Goa deserves to rise above the menace. And the ways may be tough, but they are definitely needed.